How we doing, sir?
What is going on? What is
What is
going
going on? Fun little technical difficulties, but we made it through. We're two intelligent men, so we figured out something, right?
on? Things happen, right? But hey, we're all here. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
So, oh, we will for sure. We're ready to have some fun, go through this blind. I know you're ahead of me. You already got your blinds poured. So
Oh,
as you
they're
start,
already poured. I am ready to drink after that whole ordeal, dude. What is
yeah,
going on, Simon?
that was fun. That was fun. But hey, at least we figured out something. And unfortunately, the way everything was going, we never had time to try this out before and get, our technical difficulties out of the way. But hey, better late
Mhm.
than never.
That is for sure. All right, let's see here. How do I turn off? There we go. Do not disturb on the phone so I can get the chat up there. And I have us on the screen there.
All right. But I already labeled the bottles. I just haven't poured them out. We kind of went, they sent us an order to do these rise. And so that's what you have in front of you. So
Yep,
I'm
I've got
currently
my
going to be
order
taking.
already done. You are pouring yours. For anybody that doesn't know what's going on, this was supposed to be on my channel, but thanks to Doc here coming through, we're doing it on his channel. So my patrons sent us both rye samples that are completely blind. We have absolutely no idea what is in these sample bottles. And there's
No,
8 of
well, just rise. We just know it's rise.
we just know it's rye whiskey. We just that's all we know. And I'm starting to get into ryes a little bit more. I know that you yourself, you're like a baby in the boat right now, right? With
Oh
ryes.
yeah, for rise, I'm a baby in the boat. It's just I started using my palate to try to rise more. I'm
Uh-huh.
liking them more, but I'm still very new to rise.
I had a buddy last year send me a sample of the 2022 Thomas H. Handy. Kevin, he's with Drink with Friends. If anybody knows Wayne from Drink with Friends, Kevin was on the original trio or quadruple, whatever they had back then. But he sent me a little sample, a half-ounce sample of that Thomas H. Handy, and that got me into Rise. And I'm excited for this. I'm so excited.
The only thing bad about that is, you're starting off high with that
Oh
Thomas H.
yeah.
Handy.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, where else do you go from there,
That's why I had to get my own bottle of Thomas H. Handy.
Yeah, you have been on fire lately. Let me
Hey,
tell
man,
you.
some of it's due to
I
you.
love it. I love it. I love that you're on fire. That's so good. That you made work. Being in this industry, like this group, this
Mhm.
community, and
Yeah,
it's so amazing because of how much they do help us find things that we're looking for. I
great.
love it.
I absolutely love it too. Iceman, you love rye. 8 rye pours off the rails incoming. That is 100% correct.
Yeah. I was like, okay, there's gonna be a few, and then I hadn't opened any of the boxes yet. I didn't want to get them confused with other things or kind of mix it up or put them somewhere.
Yep, yep.
And when I opened this morning, I was going through everything. I was like, oh my goodness, we have 8 of these to do. So
That
that
is
that's gonna
so
be
true.
fun.
It's going to be a
But
blast.
yeah, it is, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that all your patrons included me on this one because without them, I would not be doing this. So shout out to your patrons. Thank you guys so much for including me in this. It's just an honor to be part of this.
Oh, they're great guys over there. I mean, community we're growing over there is great. I love every single one of them, and we're growing weekly. We're getting 1 or 2 patrons every 2, 3 weeks, but it's quality people. I don't want that community to grow, absorb it, and become just like sticklers and people that you don't want to talk to. And that's what filter the bad to keep the good.
Oh yeah, and I haven't started a Patreon yet. It's been something I've been thinking about and talking about. I'm just not sure I'm quite ready for it. I know it's it requires we want to give back to them as much as they give to us. So I don't
Mhm.
want to jump into and not be ready to do that either. So
Exactly.
that's where it becomes a little bit tougher, especially
Mhm.
like with schedule and stuff like that. So
Oh, 100%. My big thing, um, so end of April, I think we're doing it. It's either so I gave them dates for the annual blind that I do with them. I think it's
oh
either
cool.
to be the last Sunday of April or the first Sunday of May is when it's going to be. So I'll give more details and everything on that later on in the live, because I know they're all excited for it, and I've got custom boxes made for it. It's going to be a fun time, and it's going to be a fun little thing that we do. So
That's pretty awesome. And that's becoming is this like the first annual, second annual time
yeah,
you're doing
second
that?
one. We did it last year, and then I'll do it this year. So hopefully each year we keep doing it, and it gets bigger and bigger, better and better bottles each year. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
That does sound like a lot of fun. I'm still pouring these out. There's so many bottles to pour. Love it. I didn't really have as much over the weekend as I would have liked. So, kind of making up for it on a weekday, a work day, but that's okay.
Yeah. Story time. I'll put my email in the chat right now for you.
Story time's in here. Hey Shane, how's it going, bud? Iceman's also in here.
Josh is here.
I love it. All these great people, and you'll see some of these names cross over. Some of them you might see that are new from me. Some I'll see new from you. But lots of great people out there. Lots of great names. Got a lot of people who are just so giving. And if you look at my floor right now, that's why I had to keep these in boxes, because I'm lucky enough that it's a great problem to have. I get so many samples.
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure that when I open them, I mark them so that when I do taste them, I give credit where credit's due. Right.
100%.
So I wanted to keep all these separate.
5 or 6 samples that I don't have a name on, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have a name, and I don't have like any info on it, so it's like a complete blind. And I had one a couple nights ago. I was like, wow, this is really good. It's just I have absolutely no idea what it is.
Yeah. And like today when I was getting these ready, I was opening the boxes, and I was in a hurry because I got in last night at midnight. I knew we had to do this today. I knew I was working pretty close to the time we had to start, and it went overtime today. But this morning I was trying to get some stuff ready, and I started taking everything out of the boxes, and they were kind enough not only to send me these blind, I got some other samples as well. And I started moving them over, and then I realized, holy crap, I just moved them all the boxes. I don't know who gave me what. So I was like trying to be, look at CSI and, well, this handwriting looks like this handwriting, so I'm gonna put it back in this box. I hope that's where it goes. So I just hope I got them right. I'll be close, or give credit as much as I can when I can there. So.
Yep. How do I share, copy link, and then I'm going to post this on my channel.
Yeah, there you go.
Post.
Evening, everybody. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Mr. Iceman, I don't know if you want to kind of help me in the background here and with some post, not posting, but help me with some comments if you can, if you get a chance. I'm blessed that with people that help. Iceman's one of the ones that helps me a lot as well. He'll when I'm on the live. He doesn't get on the live with me, but he'll be on the background and help me run some of the stuff. And man, has that made life a lot easier. So a lot of things I couldn't do without him. So I appreciate him for always being on there to help me out. I'm afraid I'm gonna knock things over.
I got a couple of my patrons that are the moderators on when I go live, so they're always super, super helpful with that. All right, so that is posted. Here we go. All right.
Let me see. Yeah, your email. They said you're posting your email in the comments, right? And didn't show up.
It didn't show up, huh?
So I don't know if you want to post it again.
Let me do that.
And then Shane, you're looking for the. What are we looking for, Shane? What do I need to send you, sir? Let me see. Yeah. So once again, we're sorry. We kind of started late today. It's been a weird day. I got in real late last night. Long day at work. I had to call him. Hey, I'm running late. I don't know if you want to start without me. And he said, no, I'm going to wait for you. Yeah, that's this kind of guy he is, Nathan. Nice to wait for me. And then we get here. We just couldn't quite get it to work. So we decided last resort, we'll just use the Streamlabs that I'm used to using and do it. That's why it's on my channel, not on Nathan's today. It was supposed to be on Nathan's channel today. So
Hey, but it is what it is. But do you have everything marked?
I do now. I
All
do.
right. So I'm going to give thanks to Mark, Paulo, Steve, Salty, Big Al, Shane, Josh, and Sam for sending these samples our way. This is going to be an absolute blast. I mean, I don't know if anybody else can see this, but this one here in the middle, number 4, is dark as crap. That one's gonna be good. That one is going to be
And
good.
the good thing, it's right in the middle too. I'm making my 4 look more like a 4. I was writing these out so fast I can't even read my own handwriting. That's not a good thing when I can't read my own. I have doctor's handwriting, but holy cow, that looks terrible.
All right. So I think we just go down the line, right? Maybe bounce some notes off of each other, but I think that at the end of the day, we're gonna rank these in our preference.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Is that the goal? We're not trying to guess what they are. We're not trying to guess the distillery or anything like that. We're just trying to figure out through these 8 what is our preference and kind of rank them.
That's what I'm thinking we should do. Yeah, and then at the end of it, if we want to try and take a guess at the distillery or something like that, by all means we can. But I highly doubt if I can't do that with bourbon, there's no way I can do it with rye.
100% agree with you on that because I'm the same way. So, so I'm gonna get a paper and pen out here. Then I wasn't quite sure how we are doing this, but I was like, holy cow, going through that many is gonna mess with my palate a little bit. I did bring, I always like have my Aquapana to kind of,
that's a good idea.
cleanse in between. So.
Let me go run and get a glass of water real quick.
All right, let's do that, and we'll go from there. So, hey, who's in here? Is anybody else getting any drinks tonight? If you're out there, what are you guys drinking? Let us know in the comments. I always like to know what everybody else is drinking. Normally, I don't drink during the week. I do work. I work pretty early. Work decently long hours, so a lot of times I don't drink during the week. But Nathan, he could only do it Sundays and Mondays because of his work schedule. So I had to suck it up and drink on what are we, Monday, right? Monday night here. Sundays didn't work anytime soon, and we were supposed to do this a little while back, but Nathan was sick, so we did kind of push us off. But hey, you know what? I really appreciate all you guys again. Thank you all of Nathan's Patreons that included me in this. It's just amazing. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. But you guys know you guys are amazing. So, but thank you guys again. And I do have up here on the order that's supposed to be in. So we have that order as they mentioned it. We do not have any answers, or we don't know. It's completely blind to us. I think they're going to give us at the end all that information once we have it ranked. So that's what I understand. All right, Nathan's back.
We are back and ready to go. Mark is saying that there's an answer key that he put in there, and then we can put notes on. I didn't see that.
No, he did. He gave us like a what is it called? Like the graph thing and that's where I got the order that it was supposed to be in, right? Okay. He gave us the other sheet is a kind of a blank sheet that we can let me go pop that open over there. It's kind of a blank sheet that we can use to mark down stuff. That's it. But I printed it out and I left it in the other room, so I just pulled out a sheet for right now. But I do have the first one open on here, so I can actually see the order we're supposed to go in. So we made sure we're at least in the same order that they intended us to drink it. Yes. I don't know if that was for a specific purpose, maybe proof or something. Because if you go too high proof early, and then you start going to the lower proof, you don't taste as much. So that I don't know if they did that. Was the reason they put them in this certain order or not? So we'll see. We'll see as we go through it.
So I'm in a predicament here because I have to use my computer for my webcam right now. So, and my phone is what I've got the live chat on. So I have a little tiny screen here for what they had, and I'm gonna have to write down on a piece of paper like I'm an old man.
Well, I'm an old man and I'm writing on a piece of paper. So I mean, just join the club.
We're old men together.
Join the old man club.
All right, so I think we start with number 1 here. Let's dive right on this.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and smell that thing. Oh, let's look at it first. I gave myself little pours in this because I don't want to waste, and I know that's 8's quite a lot. So
yeah, that's why I did probably about just over half an ounce in each of these glasses.
Man, this is a nice color on that. That is pretty.
It is a beautiful, beautiful, like dark amber color.
Yeah, it's dark amber. I mean, it's almost like a honey, like when you get honey straight out of the,
Oh yeah.
out of the beehive. It's just nice, nice. Ooh, for a rye, that is a good smelling rye.
It's dark.
It is. Ah, that does smell good.
Alex said you bought a new pad to write on and you aren't even using it.
No, that's funny. So that pad is for when I do my reviews, and I have, I'm just documenting the reviews. That's why I have that. But yes, thank you for pointing that out. It was funny when I introduced that pad. I pulled out the old one, like pulled it out, and my knife sits right in that area. And my daughter was doing that review with me. The knife fell, opened, and almost stabbed her in the foot. So it was almost the end of that review for a second there, but luckily it didn't stab her so we got lucky. So
yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, see, he said he sent us spreadsheets, and he did send us spreadsheets. I printed it out, but my printer's on the other side of the house. I don't want to run over and grab it, so I'll just do it this way for tonight. But I do appreciate all the effort they put into that because it's actually pretty cool. It's something that we can probably use in future blinds and stuff like that.
Oh, 100%.
They put a lot of effort into it, so I do appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
All right, are we going in for that first taste?
I think so. I think I'm ready to taste this bad boy. Are you?
Yeah, it is. Man, that just smells good. It actually, for a rye, it smells a little like I smell that spiciness, but it gets sweet. It gets pretty sweet on that nose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a little spicy up front for me, but then it kind of mellows out.
It does mellow out. It's got this grape note in there.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, what's that weird lingering note right in the middle there? And I was trying to figure out what that one was, but yeah.
It's like a dark grape almost turning into like a very, very dry raisin.
Mm-hmm. And it does dry out pretty quickly. Like you get drying out really quickly with that. So it starts off a little spicy on the tongue.
Yep.
That little bit of like that, like you said, the grape raisin in the middle there, and then goes from there. Yeah.
And I would say that this is probably in that like 90 to 100 proof. I don't think it's anything higher than that.
No, yeah, it seems like it's a pretty low proof, and I think that's a good way to start. Hopefully, it is a pretty low proof to start that.
Yeah.
Get that tongue acclimated a little bit and go from there. But no, good start for sure. Especially since we're both pretty new to Rise, and I'm a baby compared to that for Rise too.
All right, I like that. That's really nice. That's really nice. I'm gonna just write down like thoughts on it.
Yeah, right? That's what I was kind of doing, just giving it a initial number.
An initial number, just what I'm thinking out of 10 here on that, and.
Yeah, and it could change. Once we go through all of them once and come back through it, that's definitely going to be changing on me. But just that kind of initial.
My initial number out of 10 on that one was a 6.8.
Oh, you went a little bit higher than me. I started at a 5.5.
Okay.
Only because I want to have a baseline. As I know I'm going to change it through as I go through this. I kind of just went a little bit lower than I probably would have if I was just reviewing it. But I wanted to kind of give it a good baseline to start with.
And that was exactly my thought. I didn't want to go too high because like a lot of the times, like when you do like those. A lot of the big blinds, like the Bourbon Junkies, Sean is one of them who give like a straight 90, and like, what are you doing, dude? Like now you have
nowhere to go from there. They're fun though to watch. I love watching them. They're so funny.
I was hoping maybe they would see the video I did earlier in the week, but I don't know if they saw that. I tagged them in it and everything.
Let me see. Hold on one second. Shane's asking me to do something. I have to come over here.
Who's in there?
Oh, wait. That doesn't. Why is it not letting me? All right. There you go, Shane. There you go. All right. Did you start that second one already?
I just smelled it. I smelled it. I smelled number 2. Didn't get too much farther than that.
Very, very. I get a musty smell to this one.
This has a little bit more of like an old book in an attic.
Yeah, and that's what exactly. So I wonder if this one. Every time I get that kind of musty smell, I always think it's aged a little bit more. Like it's a little bit higher aged.
Most of the time, it is. Story time. I said, I have absolute power. Whenever I see that, I think of like the Elmo on the fire, like ah.
All right, bud. Cheers. You want to go home for this one?
Do it. Let's do it.
Wow. 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 That's very, very different.
That is so different.
That's a lot like lighter.
Very
The,
bright.
yeah, it doesn't match the nose.
No,
at
no.
all on that one.
The nose had a little bit more of a distinct characteristic that made you think it was a little bit more aged, but on the palate, it's very bright, which tends to be something that's a little bit younger.
Yeah, a little bit of like a honey taste to it as well. That just lingering kind of there in the background with me.
It does have a little bit of like a dry sweetness.
Mm-hmm. And I like that.
Okay.
Interesting.
We're
I like that.
still in that like 90 to 100 proof. I'm not getting anything that's punching me in the face.
Yeah, it's definitely not a higher proof. And yeah, no, I agree with that.
And just so you guys know, we are on number 2. And then
so you want to number 1 was sent in by Mark. So
yeah,
Mark
number 1 was
Mark.
Number 2 was sent in from Paolo, and I don't even is Paolo here in the chat? I don't see him. But yeah, this is a nice. I like the nose. I think a little bit more than the palate, though.
Yeah, I agree. The nose was different. I was really expecting something different. It surprised me on how it hit the palate for sure.
Yes, 100%.
There's like I have one female here. Hey, where are the females in the group? So I don't know if there's any other females in the chat tonight. If you are, say hi. I don't see him. Maybe still at the gym, as Mark Gregory put. So.
Yeah. He said he was going to the gym. That's right.
Ask him to do a few extra, push-ups and stuff for me, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to exercise by, osmosis or something. Somebody else doing it, and it just works for me. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm testing the theory.
I hope it might. You never know. Oh goodness.
So, number 3 is by Steve 7272.
And there he is in the chat.
Is he in the chat here? Oh yeah, I see him. Mark, I'm good at spotting.
Steve is one of the like first 5 people to comment on a video that I post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh yeah. I don't know. How do you do 3 a week? I don't know how you do it, sir.
Dude, I'm doing 6
I struggle with my 2.
I'm doing three full form videos and 3 shorts. Like
I've been saying I'm gonna do more shorts, and I haven't even started doing more shorts because I barely have time to get my other 2 out.
It's crazy because like this past month, my analytics are through the roof.
That's good though. That's a good thing.
I was averaging 40,000 views this past month alone. The rolling 28 days.
Yeah,
doing 130,000 views.
Holy cow! Did you up this year? Did you up how many you're putting out per week?
So I stuck with Monday, Wednesday, Friday as long form, right? And Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are shorts.
It's funny. I see a lot of your long forms. I don't see very many of your shorts. They don't pop up on my end. You know how you have to let you know?
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of those.
I think that YouTube kind of like do you watch a lot of shorts or do you really just stick with the long form?
I really just stick with long form. I don't watch many shorts on YouTube. And when I do shorts, it's usually on Insta,
Storytime said I need a girlfriend or a wife. I'm married, my buddy.
Yeah, he's married. He's recently married too. Recently married.
We're coming up on a year in July. It's right around the corner.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I swear it feels like you got married like 2 months ago, man.
It really does feel like that. We were just talking about that the other day. Olivia looked at me and she was like, it's going to be a year in like 3 months. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember, you're looking for those 2 bottles, one of the 2, and you're asking around, and I was looking to try to find you something too, and that doesn't seem that long ago, but you're right, because I was in Europe when I found one of the bottles, but you already have found the E.H. Taylor you're looking for.
Yeah, I
I
remember
found I found that barrel,
the
what was it,
Blanton.
the Blackton straight from the barrel.
Yep.
So I found that out there. But you already have, but yeah, just found the other one for a good price too. So
Yeah, I got lucky with that one. Again, that was Kevin coming through with that bottle.
but best year of my life to many more, definitely.
It's getting 3. I like this nose a lot.
Ooh, I like that one.
Oh, that
is nice.
That is fantastic. That is very, very well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
Steve coming through with something that is a little higher in proof.
Yeah, you can feel that, because you can feel a little bit of that. I'm finally getting a little bit of a Kentucky hug there, or a little bit of a hug there.
That is super creamy.
No, that is, and it stays on the tongue very well. Coats from the front to the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
Steve. Whoa. That has everything so well. And just, oh my God, I'm speechless.
No, that is amazing. I like that a lot. That is so good.
That's a wow.
Yeah, that's my highest one so far. So,
oh yeah,
you have a good ranking.
That is a high scoring rye whiskey right there. All right, I think
it's still on my tongue, so it's super nice. I like that.
Wow. Okay, we're hitting big hitters now, because Salty's nose is like a confectionery sugar, just sweetness.
I haven't even hit the nose. We're number 4. So
we're
this is
dark right here. That's
dark.
That's a dark rye whiskey right there.
Yeah, that's a dark amber. Getting very, very nice, and look at the legs on that. I mean, it is sticking to that glass.
Yes, it is. Is Salty in here? Does he know that we're drinking his? Yeah, he's here. He's there.
Oh yeah, I see him.
He's talking to the wife.
So Olivia's his wife?
Yeah, she hasn't changed her YouTube name yet. It's Olivia Farino on here.
What's she going to change it to? Unsalty or?
Huh?
What's she going to change her name to? Like Unsalty or something like that?
Oh, no, that's my wife. Olivia is my wife.
Oh, okay.
No, Salty's wife is Miss Salty.
Okay.
This nose is like vanilla icing, and I never get that off of a rye.
Yeah, but there's a little darkness to it.
There is. I almost get a little bit like an herbal tea.
There you go. I was thinking a little bit like a dark chocolate as well, and that's what I think that darkness is to it.
Yeah.
I can see your tea thing. Yeah, I don't think about teas much when I'm smelling that, but that's actually probably I should start looking at that more and think, okay, outside the box a little bit there.
This is very nice. Oh man. All right, I'm getting out of the glass. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we're getting a little bit higher in proof too, unless my tongue is just getting a little bit more acclimated to this.
No, so that is different, definitely, than number 3. I mean, they're all going to be different, but it's funny how we keep going like the contrast. These two contrasted each other first. These two are very contrast to me too. Very different in taste. It's still very viscous. Like there's a lot on my tongue. I can taste a lot of it, but it is a darker. So I think it is aged a little bit more with that darkness there. I think it's aged, and I think there's a lot going on there. So, are you grabbing something?
I am.
Yeah, my daughter HRH in town, and she wants to have a pour while, so she's saying hi real quick.
Wow.
So what do you want to drink? So she's gonna grab something to drink before. So what do you want?
Something
Any suggestions out there? What should we give her to drink besides birthday bourbon? Because she likes to steal my birthday.
favorite.
She steals that all the time.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what you got up there.
Yeah, I mean, should I give her like a higher one, like the Old Forester, single barrel? I mean, I gave her the first pour she had was
Birthday
we're not going with birthday bourbon.
I
Oh no, what should I give her some Stag? Should we just jump to Stag right now?
Don't take my soul.
Yeah, Stag took her soul one time. The first time she had it, she felt like it took part of her soul away from her.
Do Stag Batch 1.
Stag batch. Oh, that'd be I do have it though. It's all on the back there. But I can do Stag batch 1. All right. Well, let me grab that real quick.
Hi.
Let me see. So
They said the Doritos.
oh, she hates the Doritos.
No.
All right. I hopefully reached and grabbed the right one. Let's see. Yep, batch 1. All right. Hold this for 1 second. And let me catch this before this falls.
Oh my god. I do like Salty's is growing on me. Salty's pick.
Yeah, Salty's is good. I
love
like it. I think the one right before it, I like that one just a tiny bit more than Salty's, but man, Salty's pick is good. I like it.
Really on that.
So yeah, so just so you know, this is like you asked. So I have them all labeled because of when I did the infinity bottle. So this is batch 1.
Yep. What is the proof on batch 1 now?
That's one of the higher proofs. It is 134.4.
They came out with a heavy hitter on batch 1, didn't they?
Y'all enjoy. I'll see y'all later.
All right, we'll see you when you need another pour, huh?
Yes.
All right, are we on a 5?
I am on to 5, and we are on Big Al's.
Big Al. Thank you, Big Al. Oh, that smells good. That one smells more like I feel like I'm walking through a field of rye, It feels more like an outdoorsy kind of.
It does. It's very earthy.
Hey, Lochtar, welcome back, Lochtar. Lochtar just actually started a channel. He started doing some reviews out there. So if you guys haven't seen him, go check him out.
Now that would be funny as all could be if they sent us the exact same whiskey, but it's impossible because Salty's was so dark.
Yeah, like all of them are the same except for Salty's. This one's a lot lighter though. It really
This is a very light whiskey.
I think it's even a lot lighter than our first one. Yeah, it is. So the first one was even darker than this one. So at least that rules out that theory. All right, I'm gonna go in for it.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit spicier than I thought it would be.
It's a lot spicy. It's got some spice to it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a higher rye with that spiciness there.
I'm getting a little bit of like a bitter orange on it too.
Yeah, there is a lot of bitterness in the back of this one.
Yeah, but it's like an orange zest in there with like intertwined with the bitterness, which kind of it doesn't make it off-putting. Usually when you just get like straight bitterness and there's no sweetness to counteract it, that's what makes it like not enjoyable. But that I didn't find that not enjoyable.
Yeah, no, I agree. That bitterness does linger though. Like I'm still tasting that bitterness on my tongue. It's still lingering there right towards the mid back palate of it.
Mm-hmm.
But initially you get that spice that hit me up front. And after this is number 5, right?
Yeah.
So we've already acclimated our palates a little bit. And then, but that bitterness that you're right though, in the middle there, you do get a little bit of a sweetness or citrusy note that kind of helps balance that bitterness, but the bitterness kind of stays with it. Yeah. No, I agree that like when you said that, I can taste it. It's almost like biting the rind of the orange.
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm putting that to, like, or you're squeezing that, the oils into your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not bad, but I don't know if it's number 1.
Yeah.
Mark said, Salty, you were only supposed to add 3 drops of food coloring to your sample, not 10.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. I love that.
He said, my bad. Oh, God. We're all dopes. Oh,
I
God.
love the community. They're so much fun.
It's so funny.
All right, so number 6 is K-Dub Shane.
We are on K-Dub.
This one's a little bit.
You could have met him in Dallas.
Oh, is he out there?
He's in Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, my Dallas trip was kind of a weird trip. I was going up there. One of my goddaughters got engaged. We're going up there to celebrate it. We're having a dinner with her for like a celebration dinner, and we were supposed to fly out Friday morning,
Okay.
or like Friday early, right, or earlier, and it got our flight got canceled. Like it didn't get pushed back. It got canceled. So they had us on a flight for the next morning, but I had to be out there. You know, we had to go out there, get out there that night for everything, to get everything ready. And so that's a 7.5, 8 hour drive.
Yeah, people don't know how big Texas is.
Yeah. And then, so then we're out there, you do the celebration, great time. I mean, I had so much time with family. I actually made them try. So they're talking about the Doritos. I don't know if you see my Doritos video. So I have a Doritos Spirit that I bought. It's a bottle that was Doritos did with them, and so it's a Doritos Spirit, but it's very funky tasting. And then at the end, you kind of taste the Doritos. So I took that out there, filmed them tasting it, and the faces people make when they don't like something. So I got that out there, and so just for that was worth the trip alone. Spending time with family is always good. And then we drove back last night. We didn't get back until midnight last night. So that's why, I mean, I was supposed to be back a lot earlier because we were supposed to be flying, but because we had a drive, it took a lot longer. So
yeah.
What are we on right now? 6, right? We're on 6.
We're on 6. We're on Shane's.
Shane. Okay, now this smells like a rye to me, like a rye.
Yes, 100%.
Like, I know they're all ryes, right? And they all smell like a rye in a certain way, but
this
smells like when I picture a rye, this is what I picture.
100%.
Very balanced, not too spicy. You get that unique rye smell. I don't smell any of that mustiness. I don't smell any bitterness. That just smells good to me.
This is just rye grain forward.
Yeah.
Hi, Winston. Oh. Yeah, of course. I told Andrew to come over, and he came over.
Nice.
He came over.
No,
He came over.
the only thing is, my brother's name Andrew, and all the Andrews I know, you have to be. Hi.
That's not Andrew.
You have
That's
to be careful. Yeah, I know that. Well, I guess you should clarify everybody out there, right? So all Andrews I know, you have to be careful with. You have to be careful with Andrews.
I get you. He does drink a lot of my whiskey.
Hey, you know what? If I was your neighbor and friend, I'd be out there drinking your whiskey too.
I'd be drinking yours. Don't worry.
Yeah, one of these days we just need to make a trip. 1 weekend out there, 1 weekend out here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right, you ready to go in for this one? This smells good to me. I'm excited about this one.
You want to get in here and I got plenty of this for you to pour in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, come on over.
So I brought my own samples.
Oh, he brought his own samples.
Sam, you're one of your patrons.
Oh, yeah, Sam. Yeah, Sam gave you some stuff, didn't he? That is really nice.
It's what I tasted when I first tasted rye, right? That was good, but off-putting to me at the same time. It's that this one has more of that musty taste that I was smelling earlier, which was expecting on that one, right? So it coats it comes off very minimal spice in the front and kind of that rye dryness in the middle that I associate more with rye. But I have come to like it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that this reminds me of, but I'm not saying it's anywhere near what this ballpark of it, but it reminds me a lot of the dark richness of the C923 Elijah Craig. Like it's got that dry, oaky barrel tannin forwardness with a little lingering sweet, but it's good. I like it. Is it my
Yeah, and
favorite?
it's the. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is it my favorite? No, it's not my favorite. I don't think.
Yeah, the tannins is what gets me. It's that tannin that was off-putting to me in the beginning when I first started Rise, but I've kind of learned my palate's kind of learned to like them more. But this is the first one that we have that we've drank that has more of it up front. Like it's more forward than this one for sure.
Yes, yes. Like I want to like this more than I do.
And that's how I feel, because like that nose was like the what I wanted to smell, right? So I was super excited. But then when that tannin hits, it just dries really quickly. Like it dries that tongue so quickly that it feels like that kind of takes away from some of the flavor sometimes when that happens.
Yes. What is Mark saying? Mark said, I have to pour you the other half of the blind because you draw pictures of things.
You know what?
What your mind thinks about it.
Yeah, his mind thinks. I like that. I thought that was a great idea. I saw that video and I really liked that he had those drawings. And I like
Right?
that you compare like the worst one with the best one that he did, like what he preferred.
Yeah.
And I like that. I'm a visual learner, and that was perfect for me. Like I like that visual.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, like obviously his mind was thinking that too, but I was like, when a lot of times you think about something, you're not really visualizing it, but you visualize it in your mind. But when you put it on paper, you really see what your mind was trying to interpret.
Yeah. What video was that? Do you remember which video
That was the weeded bourbon blind.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys have not seen that, go check out that weeded bourbon blind. It's really cool. I mean, the blind is by itself is really cool because he's got a lot of good weeded stuff in there. But at the end, they go over the drawings and how he did that and how he put what he was feeling and tasting onto paper. And it actually just kind of a little bit mind blowing, just to see it that way because it makes so much sense when you see it. So I completely understood that. And I was like, well, that works for me. I even started thinking about it because when I do my ratings, I rate each category, right? I could actually plot what he did and come out almost like what he's doing and be able to like visualize that better. I do like that. Now I like your idea. I like that you put that out there. So that's pretty cool.
I'm on.
Right, what are we on? 7, huh?
We're on Josh's.
Josh.
And I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's reminding me of like a children's like scented bubble bath.
It's very, very light. I don't know if it's one of the lighter ones. It probably is light. What number was that was super light?
2 was Paulo's, which I thought was light, and then Big Al's 5. I get like a scented bubble bath.
It's so funny. You put that in my head, and I know what you mean. I wouldn't have thought of that, but I know what you mean by that.
And Josh, that is not a hit on your whiskey that you sent us, but that's
no. But you have to think bubble baths are enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
So it's a compliment. That's very different.
And like when you're a kid, it's all about like the smells and the bubbles and everything. And
I get a lot of citrus on this one.
And maybe that's what it is. Like it's very, very citrusy forward. And all of those were like orange flavor, orange scented, strawberry, watermelon, like
fruit scent. That's true. That's true. But I know what you mean though. I get it.
I don't know why that was the first thing that popped into my head.
I wish that I could be like, hey, smell this out there because they could scratch and smell this because that's just like if they would smell, they'd be like, oh, I get it now because it's hard to imagine that without actually smelling this.
Yeah, and it's like I want somebody else to smell it so that I don't seem like a freaking idiot.
Ooh,
that is really nice.
No, that is like almost no spice to that. Very minimal spice on the tip of my tongue on that one. It's sweeter. It's sweeter than the other ones are.
Mm-hmm.
This is very sweet to me.
Salty said, Josh, don't wash the sample bottles with bubble bath anymore.
You know what? That could always be a thing. It's a possibility because
never know.
At work, I ran out of dishwashing soap for my cup, and the only thing I had was hand soap. Right, so I put a few hand soaps in there, and apparently that doesn't wash off very easy because I rinsed the heck out of it, poured the water, and I tasted soap. I taste like I was drinking hand soap. I had to wash it quite a few times to get that because it's stuck in there. I don't know if it's more oil in that or whatever, but that
Oh,
was
I get
just
you on
crazy,
that
man.
for sure.
So yeah, I learned not to do that. I learned that pretty quickly that that's not the way to go for sure.
Josh's is a little bit higher in proof, I think. Because it's still going. That is a very, very long finish.
Yeah, no, it's still on my tongue, and it's not a bitter. It's not it's not tannic. It's just sweet now,
No,
and I don't
it's
get that with very many ryes where it's just sweetness at the end.
Does Josh have a handy?
Well, I haven't had handy in a long time, so I can't compare it to a handy.
They're very similar in nose.
Yeah, that's nice and sweet. I like that one.
That is really, really nice. Josh has a hitter right there. That is for sure.
That's up there. That's up there with all of them for sure.
Here, you got to try this one.
How many have you had so far?
We're through 7.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Jeff. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. All right. Number 8.
We're on the
Sam.
last one. We're on Sam's.
Yep.
As we're drinking this, Sam's sitting at the beach, at the pool, enjoying himself out there on vacation. Lucky guy.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So I didn't even realize I did this until I looked, but how he gave you these samples and then the order proof is on a bell curve. Okay, so like that's interesting because I thought Josh's was like the highest proof because that finish and the oiliness was just so long lasting.
And that's interesting. I was thinking, like, I kind of thought 4 was a higher proof, and then kind of 5 kind of hit right after that. But then I started thinking, well, I think I'm acclimating to them, so they're all starting to taste kind of similar after a while,
Mm-hmm.
So I was at first thinking the middle, but I wasn't too sure for sure on that.
Mm-hmm.
I like this last one. It's a nice smell to it.
It's a very nice song.
It almost smells like a high rye bourbon to me more than it smells like a rye to me.
Yeah, it's got a lot of like dark sweetness in there.
Yeah, and then your brain automatically goes to what you know, and that I know that more than I know these rye. So.
Mm-hmm. Did you try that one yet?
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
It's great.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Josh,
Which he's trying.
He tried I poured him a little bit of the one that Josh sent.
Okay. I just tasted this one, and you're talking about soapy in the last one, smelling soapy. This one actually had a little bit of soapy taste to me, so that could be my glass.
Wow, Sam's is just like super sweet. What's going on, Bourbon School?
Oh, Bourbon School in the house.
He's in the house.
Yeah, I like their videos. They're fun, entertaining too.
Whiskey Cove, Patrick reached out to me to do a video.
Oh yeah. What does he wanted to do with you guys?
He wants to do like a collab, like blind kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm always down, It's like,
Man, he's got a nice collection.
dude, I love his background. That's such a nice background he's got. I mean, he's got like
Oh yeah.
Wellers around the top of it and everything. His setup is nice. And he blew up. He was at like 3,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden, boom, just video galore, just hitting those numbers.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's that sexy accent of his.
Oh, dude, he's got a great accent. Living out there in Colorado, you don't see that a lot out there.
No, I mean, he gets some good bottle. He's in Colorado, right?
He's in Colorado, yeah.
Man, he gets some good picks all the time. So he has like he's I don't know how long he's been out there, but he's got some good connections because he gets a lot of good stuff out there.
Oh yeah. He's got connections for sure. Where those connections are in Colorado, I have no idea. But he's lucky.
Well, he had a video where he went to the world's largest liquor store. And
Right.
it's like a Guinness Book of World Records liquors. Like he showed the picture of it and everything, and so it's in somewhere in Colorado.
Wow. All right. Because I know we don't have that in Jersey.
No, your real estate's too expensive to have a big one like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, we do have the largest mall in the world.
Oh, really?
Or I don't know if it's a world, but I do know that it's the United States.
That's cool. Which mall is that one?
What's it called again? The
American Dream.
American Dream Mall in East Rutherford.
Wow.
It's right next to MetLife, the Giants and Jets Stadium. It's like you can go to the mall and then go watch the Giants or Jets lose.
Yeah, you're a Philly fan, and I'm a Cowboy fan. You know, I don't know how we make this work, but it does, right?
I don't know how you guys end up losing in actual like football games, and then you still manage to lose in free agency.
Oh, I don't know what the heck. There was a funny Instagram like, hey, free agents happy. Oh, and the guy's like eating a chip. Oh, it's happening. When did that start? I thought somebody would tell me that would start it. It's been going on for 2 weeks. Oh, really? Oh, it's okay. We don't care. I'm like, that's how it felt. Like as a Cowboy fan, that's really what it felt like. You know?
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I mean, you guys are just watching everybody else get 10 to 15 players, and here you are with one lowly player that you got through the entire ordeal.
Yeah, I don't get it. Our biggest issue is Jerry Jones. You know, great owner, but not a good GM. He you know, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome.
Yes.
He needs to not be GM. That's just it, you know.
And that should have been the case in like 2005.
Cowboys seem to lose to my Packers in playoffs. Hey Jeff, you're going down on my list of people I like now. Just joking. My brother-in-law is a huge Packers fan, and even the year that we were supposed to win, you still beat us. So
Andrew's a huge Packers fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to say anything when you guys, you know, even when your backup quarterback is better than my Cowboys starting quarterback. So it's hard to argue sometimes, you know. Huge Cowboy fan, been a Cowboys fan my whole life, but man, they're making it difficult at times to, you know, they give you that hope just to take it out from under you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, our division has the Eagles, the Redskins, you know, and the Giants. So you know, we're always going to be up there. Luckily,
always. I'm excited for this year. It should be a good year.
Yeah. You guys did some good stuff in free agency. We didn't do crap.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
a little bit more.
Got some linebackers this year.
Yeah.
Bourbon Hall said, "Hope that will kill you."
and then you got the running back. What's his name from the Giants?
Saquon Barkley.
The Cowboys didn't even try. Didn't even geez. And the fact that they actually traded in the same division, I was pretty shocked because they don't normally do that.
No, they don't. Especially like big name players like that.
Yeah. So there must have been something behind the scenes that we didn't know about for them to actually do that.
Oh, for sure.
So
all right, let's get on to 8. We're on a football rant. We're forgetting about the whiskey in front of us.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? Go back from 8 back down the other way and then kind of rank these?
I think so.
All right, we'll go through them a little bit quicker now.
I think I might be like happy with my rankings, but at this moment I don't know.
I'm just going to kind of go through them kind of quickly. So who's in the chat right now? Let's see. We don't have Aaron Jones anymore, so we won't run all over you guys. Well, appreciate that.
Mark said, okay, so how do you want the answers to this? I can send you each how they were poured, and then you tell us your order last to first. So that's going to be confusing. I don't know.
I think we need to rank them. And then he can send us the
Let's rank them for. You know what we can do? You know what we should do, right? Put a final number that you have for it, and we'll add our number together so that way it's not two different orders, right?
Okay,
Like
that sounds good.
So we just
Yeah,
have
that
one
sounds good.
total. So like say like for Sam's, right? I gave it like a 6.1 and you gave it like an 8.9. That would be what?
Yes.
17 total?
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
total? 16 total? 18 total?
Whatever.
Whatever the
No,
total
we have.
numbers is where that one falls.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Okay, let's do that so that he doesn't have to send us two different orders.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna go through my top 3, rank those how I like them, and then I'll go through my bottom ones and rank those. I guess
Yeah.
top 4 because there's 8 of them, so I'll do my top 4 again.
Yeah, I'm just going back down this line here and seeing if my number changes at all.
Yeah, I was doing that, but there's just too much overlap with everything that
I get you.
with so many of them, it was hard for me. So I'm just gonna go to my top and then kind of rank those, and then go to my bottom and rank those. So
Okay. What are you drinking over there?
yeah, everybody out there, what are you guys drinking out there? Show us in the chat. Let us know what you're drinking.
I made that's what I made the paper plane with.
Oh, did you?
The Green River, yeah.
So,
I mean, I got that. Josh sent me a Green River because we don't have it in Jersey, and I did a video. I think, God, when I don't remember when he sent that to me, but there's something about the Green River weeded. Like I liked it, and I also didn't like it. Like it just has this like flavor profile that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I can appreciate the whiskey itself.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is Green River's a good, but they're very young still. So I haven't had the rye on theirs because it hasn't hit my era either.
Okay.
But a lot of their stuff is pretty young. So I think that's kind of as they age more and as they get more mature, I think they'll get better and better as we go through that.
Yeah, I agree. And they're doing single barrels now too. Single barrel strengths.
Oh wow. Man,
Dude,
when you
go
have so many, it's so hard to rank them.
back to number 3, Steve's pick is just wow. You gotta try this one. Where's it at? Where's it at? Steve. Yeah, pour yourself a little bit of that. That is absolutely killer. Obviously, Andrew knows what these are, and we don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's probably like, "Wow, this is killer."
no, I'm not going to give anything away.
Don't give anything away. Don't give anything away. But Steve sent a banger, in my opinion. Is it one that you've had before?
No.
No? All right. Wow. All right. Yeah, Andrew once wanted to give a sample of this, but it was a situation of I would have known what it was, you know? It's
Yeah.
the single barrel strength rye Jack Daniels. And I'll tell you
What strength is that one?
this one is 133.2.
Nice.
So it's a high proof boy.
It's noses.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like I get it's so funny. I got so much hate for when I did like the hate videos on the Jack Daniels single barrel strength. But it's like people don't understand. I love Jack Daniels. I love everything that they put out, but it's just something about I've had a couple of samples of Jack Daniels single barrel strength and my own personal bottle that there's something about that barrel proof that I don't like. But the rye I love. I have one of their distiller selects at 125 proof, the one finished in pecan chips. Fantastic. And me and Andrew cracked open the 10 and 12 year last night. Absolutely killer bottles.
Oh, you did the 10 and 12? Yeah, I haven't tried those yet. I haven't tried those this
couldn't
year.
wait. I wanted to crack them so bad.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing so. I started doing my hauls on my live. Somebody gave me that suggestion. I thought it was a good idea. So my next live, I think my next live is going to be the first Friday in April.
Okay.
So I'll give. I'm going to tell you, it's been a crazy month for me. I mean, it's been a calm. So it's not that I got everything in this month. It was working with people, getting stuff to yourself, and everything just came in this month. Even stuff I bought a few months ago finally came in.
Yeah.
So this month has been pretty nice and crazy, and so my bourbon haul is going to be pretty fun that night. So
I like that, but this is just a little bit better. It's just a little
Yeah,
bit.
when you start doing that, it's like, okay, this one's like they're all good pours. There's not a bad pour up here.
There's
And
not
that's because
one
we're not
port. I don't have one that's under a 5.
me either. I don't have. I mean, 5.5 is my lowest, but that's because I started there just so I had a baseline, right?
Mine's 5.2 is my lowest.
Good.
That was
It's got
good.
a really interesting, like, I'm almost getting a barbecue.
Here, I want you to try Josh's. Where's Josh's? Here, try Josh's. Josh's was good too. Josh's is right now in second place for me. Also late to the party here. LOL. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to you, Mr. Lopez. Cheers, Dave. What's going on, Dave? How
Mr.
you doing?
Lopez.
I think you let me try this one.
Josh, let you try that one?
No, you did.
I
I
did?
think you already let me. That was the second one I've had from you. I think it
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess so. Maybe I did. I don't know. At this point, I have no idea.
Who knows?
Who knows? At this point, I have absolutely no idea. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put the winner that we have, right? I'm going to do another. Do you have any ryes? Any really good ryes that you have in your collection?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what you consider good, but yeah.
What do you got?
So my favorite ryes right now are like I just got the bottle from Still Austin. Their new one, their spring one is a rye, straight rye.
Okay.
I have Old Overholt 10-year, which is a very good rye as well.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. Shane actually from Storytime told me that I needed to go get it. I had one. I couldn't figure out what I did with it, but I had somebody wanted it more than I did. I traded it to them so they could have it.
Yeah.
So I went and got another one, and then I do have like that Jack Daniel's straight rye, the barrel proof ones. I have a few of those as well.
Gotcha.
I'm sure I have more. I mean, I have a list of them. I have to go through my list, and as I said, I don't drink a lot of the rye, so I need to kind of go through them. And the funny thing is, before we did this, I was actually planning to do the March Madness for me this year was going to be ryes, just so I could open my palate with ryes more.
Yeah.
It just didn't work in my schedule. I couldn't get it done, so it just didn't work. Hey, Miss Nancy Fraley is on here tonight.
Ah, there she is.
Yeah.
She's
What? No Doritos tonight?
But yeah, so like the March Madness thing, it's like they're like obviously SLB has a big following on our March Madness. There's other channels that do. I think I did it for 2 years, but I think my biggest thing that I did last year that a lot of people really enjoyed was the NFL playoff bracket. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my annual big blind. And it'll be a 32 bottle blind that I do every single year. And I like that I had the finals fall on the Super Bowl weekend. So I'd have to figure out a better schedule than what I did last year, because there was obviously like points where I went like a month and a half without uploading, and everybody's like, "What happened to the NFL blind?" And I'm like, yeah. So I did a couple videos too quick. It might have to be like a bi-weekly or like a tri-weekly kind of episode thing to get like that. This episode's here, and then it's like you follow it throughout the weeks. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I've got a lot of like fun ideas that I have planned for this year's blind, like actually doing like divisional round games and stuff like that with the bourbons, and have like a record and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be. I have really good ideas for that this year, and I'm excited for it.
My one suggestion for you, because I noticed when you did that the round where you're picking kind of what bottle goes to what team.
The draft.
I think you have enough allocated. I think you need to stick to allocated.
You want me to
that way they compete better, because you had a few of them that were like, I think your Eagles got kind of a crappy pick,
Right?
which I was happy about. I was happy about it.
I bet you were. You had freaking you had Rare Breed.
Yeah, I mean,
you made it into the Final Four.
Yeah, so I think you do it like even if they're not just allocated, but there's higher ones, not something that you can easily, a little bit harder to get stuff.
I get you.
I think that would work better for you, because when I saw that the first time, that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Because you have too many bottles, but I mean, there's only 32 teams, so you need 32 good bottles. So choose your best 32 bottles. without going to stag and without going to your those high end allocated stuff.
I mean, even if it happens like that, I mean, we can definitely have like boundaries on where we can go. And I think like a cool thing that I could do is like, if some guys from the Patreon want to come down and just completely blind pick the bottles for me, that would be fucking cool too.
Yeah, I like that idea too. So hey, talking about that, that's how I met you. You remember that's how me and you first met.
Mhm.
It was that was not this year's. I think it was last year's March Madness. I did Stag Madness.
Yep.
I sent you an email before you knew me. I was only at like 200 subs at that time. I said, "Hey,
Yep.
how would you like to do a Stag Madness blind with me?" And
Yeah.
March Madness, and you're like, "Hell yeah!"
Hell,
I want to say you were the first one to agree. I think you were the first one, and I said, "I have all the stags. I'm providing all of them." So it's not like, because you told me, I think you text me back, I only have one.
Yeah.
I don't need. I said you have 15 though. You have 15, which is a bomb.
Yeah.
I won't give it away, but 15 was really high on our list. I won't give away who won, right? But it was crazy because your picks. So we did everything blind, double blind, because I can't say double blind, but I was blind to everything. My wife did everything for me on the back end. And then when we went through rounds, we blinded everything again. So we didn't know it was like, it wasn't until the end that I actually went through each one.
The samples, it was completely different. We had no idea what it was.
Yeah. Because I changed it from like alphabet to numbers to like weird like at symbols and stuff like that. So we had no clue.
Finals.
Yeah. And with that, you actually on the first round got the two biggest ones, which was 12 and 15.
Yep.
So you knocked out one of the biggest ones in the first round.
I knocked out. I remember that 15 won my round one and 12 didn't.
Yeah.
But
12 wasn't even your second pick. It wasn't even your second. I went back and looked, and I wanted to know, was 12 at least there, but it wasn't. It was one of the first ones you actually knocked out.
And hey, I'm gonna get hate for that, but I'll take this to my grave. Stag Junior Batch 15 is absolutely spectacular.
Oh, it is. Like, if you look at all my stags, that one has like this much in it compared to all my other ones. Oh, I need to find a replacement Stag 15, and I'm gonna be looking for that for sure.
That's what I got left in it.
Yeah, I have less than that. I have like almost nothing in mine. I'm so sad.
That's the newer one that I got. That's a 23B that I've got it down to right above the label. And then this one is the 18.
Okay. 18's good. I like it, the 18.
18's good, but I think so. Andrew's got batch 17, and the batch 17 I think is just a little bit better than the 18.
And a lot of people are saying that the 23C, even though it's a lower proof, is actually a banger of a bottle. I have one now. I have not. I was lucky enough that somebody was nice to it was whiskey shaman that sent it to me.
Okay.
Super nice. I really appreciate that. I haven't opened it only because it's going to be in my next haul. But I'm excited to pop that one open. I'm definitely excited. All right, I have my rankings.
I have
my scoring.
And then I can have Andrew here add these up for us. So for number one, I have 6.8. What do you have?
5.5.
5.5. For number, Andrew, what's the total of 6.8 and 5.5?
12.3.
12.3. For number two, I have 5.2.
I have 5.8.
5.8.
11.
All right. So number three, I have 8.9.
I have 7.
15.9.
15.9. All right. For four, I have 7.2.
I have flat 7.
14.
So 14.2.
14.2. For five, I have 6.2.
6.5.
6.5.
12.7.
12.7. For six, I have 5.5.
And I have 6 even.
11.5.
11.5. For seven, I have 8.5.
I have 7.2.
15.7.
15.7. And finally, for eight, I have 6.1.
I have that one as 8.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. 14.1.
And 14.1. All right, so let's see here.
So yeah, 3's not like you want to go in order of least like the lowest.
yeah, so let me just go through here. So the lowest is 11, so that's going to
Which
be
is
number 2. Then we've got 11.5, which is 6 is in 7th place. Then you've got 12.3, which is 6th place. 12.7, which is 5th place. 14.1 is 4th place. 14.2 is 3rd place. 15.7 is 2nd place. And 15.9 is 1st. So in I've got a lot of numbers here. I know where I'm at, but I'm trying to get to. So all right.
all right. So he can type in the comments what we can go from the lowest, and he can tell us what it is.
All right. So in 8th place was I'm going to do that right now. 8th place is
Number 2.
number 2. So Mark, I'm going to give you the first number is the placement. The second number is the sample that was sent. 7 is 6. 6 is 1. 5 is 5.
Oh look, Storytime put it in there. 3, 7, 4, 8, 5, 1, 6, 2.
Oh, story time got it. Okay.
Yeah, he put it's up there and highlighted for us. So easy,
Cool.
easy peasy.
Easy.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to reveal from 8th to
I think we
1st?
go 8 all the way down. So we go 8 was number 2. So unfortunately, Paulo got last, and I want to know what he sent. So I think Mark just lets us know what they sent us in the respective order.
Oh,
And
cool! Look, his sheet populates it, so he's getting it all done for us. That's cool.
all right, so Whistle Pig Piggyback Rye Store Pick 6 year at 110.3 proof was what Paulo said.
Wow! Because that drank a lot lighter than.
I did drink very
110
light.
proof.
I said that it was bright honey with at 90 to 100 proof.
But it makes sense. Whistle Pig is not on the top of my list for like pours I have. I kind of like some of their age stuff, but early on, not crazy. What happened?
Paulo said, "Yes, I'm freaking last."
Oh my goodness.
Oh God, I love you, Paulo. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
That's awesome. I'm glad he's a good sport about it. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad pour. It's just not the pour that kind of worked for us tonight with all these up here, you know?
Exactly. And I think
he made me want to try Whistle Pig a little bit more because that Whistle Pig's not my like I kind of when I first tried it, I wasn't into Rise. I didn't like it at all. So I've never bought a Whistle Pig again. I have a few Whistle Pigs back here, but I've never opened them, you know?
Yeah.
So
all right, Mark, let's see what came in 7th place. Josh said, Paulo, we all get a turn at it. Yeah, because I think Josh was last in one of the blinds. Salty was last in one of the blinds. Okay, 7th place is sample number 6. 7th place is number 6. Yes. Old Overholt 10-year cask strength. What?
Wow.
What?
Wow. I am surprised because it is such a good pour.
Wow.
Like I like that pour. It's such a good pour.
Wow.
What number
That's
is that one?
6. That's what Shane sent.
Number 6.
Where's mine at?
Wow. And that's the one that we're talking about was
Yeah, the noses are exactly the same on both of these bottles. Wow. Holy cow. All right,
wow.
number
I'm very surprised with
was
that because
number
I
one.
really do enjoy that.
6th place was number 1 from you yourself, Mark.
That
Wow.
was surprising. That one surprised me.
That surprised me like you wouldn't believe.
Yep.
6th place, Sagamore Spirits Bottled and Bond Rye at 100 proof. See, I had that 90 to 100 proof,
Sorry about that.
and it was the first pour. And the weird thing is like I had that inclination that it was a Sagamore because I had this a couple nights ago, the double oak, and I think that Sagamore has a very distinct rye characteristic on the nose. And this double oak is very similar to this on the nose, like that dark grape, but the double oak just amplifies it. Yeah, yeah. All right, so in
it's good
5th
tasting.
place was number 5, which was Big Al.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Are you back?
I'm back.
You're back. What are you wanting now?
Yeah, I don't know. Something yummy.
All right. I
delicious.
need to choose another pour for HRH here. So should I just give her some of my sample of the number 1 that we chose?
Yes.
So number 1 for us was
All
which
right,
one
so
was it? Number
5th
3?
place was sample
favorite
5,
number.
which was Very Old Saint Nick Summer Harvest Rye at
That's what I was gonna say.
170
It's so
proof.
cool.
Wow, I've never had a Very Old Saint Nick before at all.
Neither have I.
They're expensive bottles. They're always in that like over $100 range in my area. I don't know if that's the case for everybody. And Big Al, if you're still in the chat, what are your thoughts on this bottle yourself? Do you like it? Think that it's worth that price range?
This is very interesting.
Yeah, Andrew's liking this right now.
This is cool.
All right, so we've got
That's number 5, right?
Yeah, fifth place was number 5.
So
And
5th, give me 5.
So Alex says he does not think that it's worth the price range. All right.
What is the price range? I heard you say about $100.
Yeah, I think they're like in that $100 to $120 price range.
Interesting.
So 4th place was number 8, which was Sam's pick.
Yeah, and that was actually my number 1 pick.
That was your number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave that an 8, and I gave it a 6.1. So 4th place, sample number 8, Penelope Toasted Rye at 100 proof. All right.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I've had that. I do have that on the shelf behind me, so I have tried that. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was just the memory of it,
Yeah, you probably, a lot of times you do remember things like that. Oh, man.
Are you liking that pour?
It's good.
That's our number 1. We don't know what it is yet. That's our number 1 pick. We're on number 4 right now, or
All right,
number
so
3 now.
Number 3 was from number 4, which was Salty's pick. 3rd place was number 4, which was Salty, is what I meant.
Peerless Double Oaked. Double Rye. I actually have that pour. It's such a good pour. I do like that pour. It's a good pour.
I'm not seeing it pop up, so I guess you saw it before me. It's the Peerless.
Yep, Peerless Double Rye.
So that was third place.
Yep, third place. You haven't seen it yet? You don't see it popped up there? It's on the bottom of the screen.
No, the last thing I see is story time saying next is number 4.
Scroll. You might have stopped it from scrolling. Scroll it. Hit that so it doesn't.
No, the only thing I'm seeing now is story time saying next is number 7. Yeah. I don't care. It's fine. It's whatever. Things happen. Yeah, 7 is, or second place is number 7 from Josh.
You're almost finding out what you're drinking right now.
Second place sample, Templeton 10-year rye.
Wow.
Wow.
I've not had that one yet. I've not tried it, so it is
I've
a good
never
pour.
tried any Templeton before.
Neither have I. I like it.
This makes me very intrigued at what came in first place.
Yeah, because the Templeton was actually my number 2 as well. So
And then was your number 1 number 3 as well from Steve?
yeah, my number 1 was 3.
Yeah, which
That's
was
what mine
Steve's pick, and that was my number 1. That was leaps and bounds in my opinion.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, number 1 for me was actually the number 8. That one was my number 3. That was my number 3.
All right, so Mark said, I do want to say that bottle number 1 was in your most recent video. Do you have any guesses? Are you talking about the video from today, the store hunting video, or the one previously? I don't even remember what I uploaded previously from today.
You do too many. 3
did.
and then 2 shorts. I don't know how you do it, sir. You're the man.
Today. Okay. So if it was from today, store number 1 really didn't let me record. Store number 2. Oh, God.
Well, you got that Jack today, but that's not a rye. You got
Yeah,
Jack 10. Today.
Yeah. It'd be crazy if it was like one of the 94 proof Jack Daniels ryes,
That would be crazy.
right? Is it a Starlight?
It was the Indians.
Ooh, I've never had a Starlight. I haven't had a Starlight.
I've never had Starlight either. All right, Mark, let's see it. Let's see it. Trying to think. First place, Journeyman. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I did
Wow.
check that out. The Last Feather. That was at store number 2. I can't remember how much that bottle was. It was, wow. Yeah. I grabbed that bottle and I was like, does anybody know anything about this? Wow. Okay. Wow.
Now you have to go pick it up. You didn't pick it up today?
I didn't pick it up. I might go back and pick that bottle up because that is
Yeah.
absolutely mind
And
blowing.
if there's a second bottle, I might have to have you pick that up for me. So, you know.
Hey man, I'll let you know when I get there. that is
Do you think it was the first store? I can tell you.
no, it was the second store. It was the second one in Howell.
Okay.
That is really good.
That is good. That is.
Oh, Steve's saying it's a store pick, so the proof is higher than the shelf bottle. Oh, Steve, you broke my heart. You broke
Yeah,
my
you're
heart.
teasing us, Steve. You're teasing us, sir. That is a very good pour, though. I like the way it sticks on that because I just had it again right now. Just taste it again, and man, that stays on the tongue
My
nicely.
glass is bone dry.
Mine is now too.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm putting yours. Up against Thomas H. Handy.
Oh, nice. You
So-
fancy.
You fancy, huh?
All right. So what I'm gonna do then, since you're pulling out Handy, I'm not gonna pull out a BTAC, but I'm gonna pull out one of my higher ryes that I have here.
There you are, Steve. All right, let's see this. Hey, you. Steve's in
All
tip.
right. So this is one rye that I do enjoy. It's a nice rye. It's by Storytime, 18-year-old rye. It's the Colibra edition that they have. So I'm gonna pour that out.
Gotcha.
I can't match your handy,
Here.
but okay. So my
Uh,
daughter's gonna have a little bit of it, and I'm gonna have a little bit of it.
Pepsi. Handy's in the everyday drinker.
The one you picked up was 90 proof.
I was only 90 proof. So the one that I picked up today, the Journeyman, was only 90 proof. So it was nowhere near the proof.
Yeah. So it might not. I don't know. Now you got me questioning it.
I don't know if I'm gonna go pick it up because I mean, Steve, in the comments, what was the price of that bottle? Do you remember how long ago when you got that? Oh, so different on the noses. Wow.
I actually think I might.
Yeah.
I think I might like Steve's nose better than the Handy.
Great nose, Steve.
Oh man, that's a compliment right there.
It's just so full and bright. But I mean, when me and Andrew cracked the Handy open, the nose was just super ethanol forward. But then that palate just fucking smacks you in the face.
I like this one that has a like chocolate flavor to it.
I taste caramel.
What's that bottle again? Can you show it on the screen?
This is Old Dragon Bones, 18-year-old rye.
18. What's the proof on it?
This one 68.2, so 136.4.
Yeah, so this year's Handy is 124.9, so 125, give or take.
As you're doing that last round, I always like to give away a sample. So I'm gonna give away a sample tonight, just because I don't want to break my tradition of when I do lives, they don't give away samples. So I'm gonna give away a sample of this Old Dragon Bones 2-ounce pour. Anybody in the comments, just put in Old Dragon Bones, hashtag Old Dragon Bones, and we'll do a giveaway with it.
I'll add a sample of the Sagamore Double Oak.
There you go. So if somebody's gonna win 2 samples, and that's actually one I haven't gotten yet. I need to try that sample. Everybody talks about how good it is, and I've yet to try it.
It's so good.
It's everywhere, but I just keep buying other things. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get that next time. Okay, I'm
And
gonna
I
get that
think
next
that'll
time.
be a good comparison of something that that Old Dragon Bone was in one cask for 18 years, right?
Yeah.
Sagamore is in a double oak kind of situation. You know, they try and add that oaky influence with a shorter amount of time. I think that might be a fun blind to do for that person that wins that, to see which one's better for them, you know? Something
That'd be
that's
fun.
aged
That'd
for a
be
little
fun.
bit less, or something that's aged for a significant amount of time.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's a good that would be a fun good blind overall, you know.
Whoa.
Iceman is like, oh crap, okay. Iceman knows helping with the races. He wasn't prepared for this, but I didn't tell him we're doing any. So he does what we do for our blind. When we do samples, we do a race.
Orange creamsicle.
So he's gonna get it set up so we can do a race. Sorry, Iceman, appreciate your help, bud. But let me get this 2-ounce. What I learned to do is if I get the 2-ounce pour ready while we're doing this, I get it out a lot quicker than if I wait till the next day to actually get it done. So
You got just text me to remind me, because I have to clean out some sample bottles and I'll get it done tomorrow.
yeah, well, whoever wins, just email me and then I'll forward the email to Shane. I mean, not Shane. Sorry, Nathan here. I was thinking Shane because of the bottle.
Yeah.
It's Shane's bottle. I'll forward to Nathan and he'll be able to send that out to you. So I'll send you out my sample from here and you'll send it out from over there. So.
All right, Steve, I'm going to let you know right now, the Journeyman nose was better,
Yeah, but I need the bottle.
but it does not compare to the Handy. The Handy is like an orange creamsicle in a glass, and I wanted it to lose. I did. Maybe in a blind it would have, and you know, I'm awestruck from it every time I go back to it. But that is one of the best rye whiskeys I've ever had in my life. And this might be number 2 from Steve. That is such a, they're so different. So different.
Oh, you gave me the wrong glass.
Oh.
It's plastic in there. It's
The
in the
black
same
one?
box. Yeah, it's in the same box. No. Well, that's fine. I'll do it that way.
Okay.
What?
Cheers,
Yeah.
everybody.
Cheers.
More right.
Cheers.
So you sent me that bottle. Do you have you tried it?
No, actually, I haven't. I have not tried that one.
I love this.
I love all because the reason I hadn't tried it is because I was gonna do the March Madness as a rye, so I was trying not to open as many of them, so I could just kind of do it all blind, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
happen, so I'm definitely gonna start opening more ryes now because that happened. Because it didn't work in my schedule to do it, so
Yeah.
I will pop that open. Oh, you know what? Let's do a pour of it together. You want to do a pour?
Let's do it. Andrew's here. I gotta pour him. He doesn't like this, so I'm only gonna give him a little bit. But we haven't gone to this, and so I was doing a pour of this a night for like a week, and
yeah.
I had to stop myself because it's a harder. Dum dum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was answering something. I was answering Mark. I was answering Mark.
But I was having to pour that every night for like a week straight. And I was like, I got to slow down on this bottle. I'm going to kill it. So, but that's the one thing that I try not to do, like big pours, like out of a bottle. So some people are like, how come your bottles are so full? I'm like, because I only do like a half-ounce pour of a bourbon or a whiskey a night.
Exactly. I mean, it's and like I don't drink most nights of the week because my schedule's so hectic. I don't do it. And most of the time when I'm doing a pour, it's either I'm doing a review, doing a drink, or, or on my lives. But
Yeah.
pretty much the rest of the week, it just doesn't work for me. I don't just sit and have a pour just by myself all the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of my bottles, unfortunately, like I don't. So that's what I started doing with my lives. I realized I want to open more and open my palate. So I go look at myself and I try to get 2 bottles that are pretty similar, like our price range or whatever, put them together and then let the people on the live choose, okay, what am I drinking for that night?
Yep.
And then whatever I'm drinking, I give away a sample of. So
there you go.
All right. Was that? I'm pretty sure this was the pour I just did. So cheers, buddy.
Cheers to you. Cheers, Andrew.
Cheers, man.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's very right forward as a pour. A little bit of sweetness at the back end of that as well.
This is not Andrew's cup of tea.
It's just too rye for it.
It's very, very like punchy rye.
Yeah, and I can see that if you're not used to it. Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, it's a 6-year. It's their own distillate finally, but it's your traditional 95.5 rye.
And
But
I like that they're doing their own now. Like they finally got to where they can put their own out, and for a good price too. I mean, their pricing is good.
I mean, what was this bottle? $70?
I don't remember now, but I mean, somewhere in that price range, I'm sure. It's been a bit since we did that.
Yeah, but 96 proof for a 6-year rye, I'll do that. For a company like Bardstown, I've always liked Bardstown.
I like them. Have you been to their distillery?
Dude, I've never been to Kentucky yet.
Ooh, that's something we gotta fix, huh?
That is something that we got to fix. I want to hopefully maybe get down there maybe later this year. Fly down for a day, do the Kentucky, do a little bit of the trail, and then fly back the next day. Because a drive down to Kentucky for me is probably like 11 hours, but a flight's like an hour and a half.
Hold on 1 second here. Yeah. So I suggest, like, if you can this year, actually go down during the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. That was last year when I went to that. That was the first time I ever went. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. I mean, I really, really enjoy it. It's a great time. Like it really was. You get to like everything in there you sample. So you kind of have to pace yourself, which I learned my first day. Pace myself a little better than I did.
Oh, I believe
this
that.
this year I'm going. My wife's going. She went with me last year, but two of my girls are going this year because I just had so much fun. They both want to go.
Yeah. When is
At
that?
her age, she drinks. My other one doesn't drink, but she can go so she can get in lines with me, so we can get
Yeah.
some stuff. Because they sell a lot of stuff that you can't get. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can't get. And some of the bigger distilleries will every morning release something new.
Yeah.
So you get to go and stand in those lines, get something new. So it's so worth it. It's like worth it big time. So,
What are those dates? Do you know?
it's in September. My wife would know that. I'm terrible with dates. I'm terrible with dates, but my wife knows those dates. So I'll text when I get off. I'll text them to you.
Cool. Yeah.
But the tickets go on sale in May. So let me tell you, I actually have it on my calendar, so I know. Should I be saying this out loud, right? Let me see. They are. Let me see. Oh, where are they on here? I put them on here somewhere. I'll have to look. I don't see them there. I know I put them on here. I thought they were in. I thought it was in May that they went on sale. Oh no, it's actually April 16th is the date that the tickets go on sale.
So we got like 3 weeks for those to go up.
Yeah, and there's different levels. So, there's like 3 or 4 different levels. I suggest if you can go to at least the lowest, the VIP level they have, because it allows you to get in an hour early.
Okay.
So those lines that you get into are so much shorter. Once that gate opens, those lines are huge, and you're going to be on one line for about an hour.
Yeah.
To get those, because everybody rushes to. There's the really 3 big ones that you get into. That the Four Roses does releases. Who are the other 2? It's Jim Beam. And there's another one that does a release every morning. And so, sometimes the releases are super good. I mean, they're all really good. Elijah Craig is the other one who they did an 18 and they did all theirs that year. So.
I want to get down there so bad. I want to go to Heaven. I want to go to the Heaven Hill. I want to get like the William Heaven Hill. Like they drop like 13-year, 14-year, 15-year bottles in there. Yeah. I want to get the Evan Williams 12-year.
A lot of it too is luck, like what day you show up and what day they release them. It's not like they do them every day.
Exactly.
And then if you go to one, they might have released there, but the other one didn't release.
Yep.
That's the cool thing about the about being at the Kentucky. They're releasing there. Like at least you can go. Yeah. You can probably get 3 different bottles that morning pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
But MSRP, yes. But it is dropping some change there, so be prepared for that. And then figuring out how to get all that weight back home. I ended up buying an extra suitcase last year and having to get a suitcase to bring stuff home with me.
Yeah.
But definitely a great time. Really enjoyed it. So going again this year. I'm definitely going again this year.
Yeah, that would definitely be like one of the better times to go for sure for that. Oh. Andrew likes getting a handy.
That was you that said it in the video.
I did say it in the video, and I got some backlash for it. The funny thing about that, when I had that in the video, I cut it out, and then I was like, you know what? It's funny. I'll keep it in there. So I fucking put it back in.
What was it you said in the video?
I was like, oh God, what did I say?
You're like, you guys know how much I love.
I said, you know how much I love that handy. Talking about the Thomas H. Handy, and I cut it out, and I was like, you know what? That's like a funny innuendo. So I put it back in there. I was like, you know what? I'll get some comments on this, and it'll just be funny, like banter back and forth.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? Comments are good, right?
Oh,
even if they're negative comments, they're still good. So.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing you got. Like, I don't know if you get like bad comments, just people being assholes or whatnot, but every so often you get that comment, and it's like that's the comment that like really is in your head, and it's like that's what you have to try and like get out of your mind is those bad comments.
That's funny. I've only gotten a few, not very many. I'm not not big enough to get a ton of them yet, but they don't bother me at all. I think they're funny. I respond with the kindest possible way I can. Kill them with kindness is always my theory on it. And then they kind of sometimes they get annoyed because you're like they expect you to blow up on them, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know what, that's nice. Your palate is different than mine. That's perfect the way you're seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you've enjoyed it the way you have, or you
You're
didn't
so
enjoy it even though I did. You're so right. That's perfect. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. And I really mean it. Hey, our
Yeah.
palates are different. Yours is different than mine. Look, we rank them differently, the top three, but
Yep.
they're very similar. That our top three were very similar.
Oh yeah. I had this one
So-
guy when I was doing the NFL Bourbon Madness, and I was doing the Super Bowl, right? I decided to do 4 instead of 2 for the final video because I
Oh,
thought like the 2 is it's just gonna be too short. So I was like, I'm gonna do a 4 bourbon blind in this. This guy's like, that's not a finals. That's a final 4. And I'm like, you're so right. Like, you're so right. But I think that that 2 would be such a short video. But I will put your comment into consideration for next year.
That's funny. Funny thing is, I did think the same thing. I'm just joking. But it's funny. Iceman's helping me out in the background. He's gonna get this race going. That'll be kind of where I'm done for the night. So gotta start planning for tomorrow. Long day.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, he just put it in there for me. Hold on, let's see. All right, I'm gonna put this on screen. So we're gonna do a race. My races are always 2 minutes and 22 seconds long because my number is 222. I got a lot of fun things coming up soon. So with my next live, I'm gonna mention a whole bunch of fun things going on. But let's get this going. I'm gonna put it on here. And for the first part of it, I like to chat for a little bit because it takes 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So let's see how this goes. And once again, thank you, Iceman. I appreciate you for jumping back on. I think he's in your time zone. I think he was already in bed because he's got to work in the morning too.
Yeah.
But no, man, Nathan, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, your Patreon group for including me in this. So much fun. I really enjoyed it. I mean, doing 8 of these, that's a lot on the palate in one night, but a lot of fun at the same time.
So I just posted my Patreon in the chat. I'm going to talk a little bit while this race happens about the blind that I have planned for the end of April, beginning of May. So I've got 4 bottles that I'm going to send 1.5 ounces of each to whoever comments on the post that I put up either tomorrow or Wednesday on the Patreon. So if you want to join in on the Patreon, click that link. You can join in on the Bourbon Blind. It's going to be a $20 entry. So however you can send $20, that's going to cover because I'm getting really good bottles for this one. It's going to cover shipping cost and a couple other things because it is a lot out of my pocket to do this kind of a thing. Because last time we did it, we had, I think, like 12 or 13 guys. And this time around, I expect to have about 20 to 25 guys want to join in on this. And that's going to be
Make sure you post it, Nathan. It's not posted on there yet. They're asking where you're posting it.
I put it in the chat. Did it not pop up?
No, it didn't pop up. Make sure you click on it again.
Oh my God. I'm going to send it to Andrew and Andrew can put it in there because apparently Andrew's comments are going through. I don't know why mine are not. So
it's because I blocked you. I blocked you. I really don't like you. I'm
okay.
so joking.
But Andrew,
you're
Andrew's going to post the link to my Patreon for anybody that wants to join in the chat. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to put more info and like a full form link on the Patreon for all the information and everything along those lines. And we're going to do a huge Zoom call. And all the Patreons are going to be in there. And it looks like Dave won the race. He's going to be
Dave.
Congratulations, Dave.
I have some samples I need to send Dave anyway, so this is perfect. So I'm going to add it to the samples for Dave.
There you go. Dave is a great guy. He comments all the time.
I don't know how he's everywhere all the time. He just seems, I think he's sitting in a room like 20 computers, 20 screens up. So amazing. So I like to see. So second place was Gunner, Bourbon, and Buds. He went to quite a few with me.
Yeah,
Look, Steve 72, almost fourth place. Sorry, Steve. You know, close. You're closer, bud.
very, very
So,
close. I'm going to send Steve something for winning this blind. I don't know if you want to do the same, but that's what I'm going to do for Steve.
hold on 1 second. Yep, Steve. Oh, so winner. So Steve and the winner, Dave, send me an email, oldfashionedways22@gmail.com. That way I can get your information so I can send it to you. I'll forward it on to Nathan as well. But
Mhm.
I will send you something. So Steve is the one who won this. So Steve's going to get something back.
Yep. I'm not telling you what it is, Steve. I'm going to put it as a blind, so you have to try and let me know what you think it is.
That'll be fun. I
Right.
always love I love when I send samples out, and you know, I always ask, I put in a little note in there, like, send me back your feedback on it. I want to know what you're thinking. And
Yep.
holy cow, I've had a few people that I was like, hey, you guys need to start your own channel, or start writing reviews online, because holy cow, your description makes me want to go try that. You know, I'm like, wow, that sounds freaking amazing. So
Yeah, I had somebody comment on one of my most recent shorts. They were like, I don't understand how you find vanilla and caramel and all these notes in whiskey. I just find burn. And I couldn't write a comment back because of how intricate your response has to be. So I'm contemplating doing like a whiskey tasting 101 video for all of the new people that are getting into it, because there's so many people that get into it and they just get thrown off. Like,
well, I'm glad you're saying that, because my nose needs improvement, right? My palate's pretty good. I can taste things. I can figure out things here and there, and you know, palate. And that's, I think, you know, the more we taste, the more our palate kind of expands and starts picking up notes, right?
yes.
And I was actually talking to my wife about this on our 8-hour drive from Dallas. So she bought me this kit. So this kit is actually for nosing.
Okay.
And I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna start using this, and I thought I'm gonna do a video on how to use it. I haven't done that yet. So if you guys want to see a video on how to use this to improve your nose, let me know. But that's kind of in the plans. But I said I also thought I want you to start buying me, you know, like apricots. I want you to start buying me some of these things that we do taste in this, so I can put that memory, like have that taste and that memory back in my memory banks. So
Yeah.
when I taste it, I'm not thinking, well, I know that's a fruit. It's kind of peachy, but not quite a peach. Oh, it's an
Yep.
apricot. You know?
Yeah. What is that
Now-
exact smell
yeah.
that I'm smelling?
Yeah. What is that? And so I want to do that with tasting as well. So that's kind of my goal for this year. I'm going to start, you know, tasting a little bit more of those things that are very common in bourbons and ryes, so that they're back in my memory banks, because I really need to expand on that so I can taste that. Now, am I going to taste bubble bath? No, I'm not going to go taste bubble bath.
You won't taste bubble bath. That is one that just will pop into your mind, and it's like, wow.
So, you know, not planning on that, but you know, that's kind of my goal this year. Really expand it more. Let my mind and my, like, that go together, so I can start putting things together better and tasting things a little bit more. So, you know, you have a great palate. I think you have a very good palate. I think you've done it for a while, that your palate has you know, become more specific with things. And you know, we appreciate that. I do appreciate that with your.
I appreciate that. I do want to go off of one more thing if we're going to get off here soon. The patrons wanted to know why I said I think blinds might not be the best thing for bourbon. And me and Andrew, after we did the weeded bourbon blind, we sat back and we talked about it for a minute, right? So our initial thought, right? So a lot of people were wondering how I could put my personal barrel pick in last place over top of like the Maker's Mark and the Rebel 100 and the Maker's Private Select and stuff along those lines. And when we went through them the first time, we had the Wilderness Trail pick in like second or third place. But when we went back through it, we found this weird barbecue note, and we weren't quite sure what this was. We had it on the nose, we had it on the palate. Now, when you're doing a blind, you're drinking so much whiskey so fast, right? You're not drinking a lot of water. You're not rinsing your entire palate off. You're not eating the cracker in between. So I couldn't really explain this in text because I didn't know the best way to go about it. I might not go the best way about it right now, but you have so many different oils on your tongue from sip one through however many samples you have, right?
Yep.
So tonight we did 8 different samples.
100%. Yeah.
By the time we're on sample number 4, we have 3 different whiskeys with 3 different types of rye green, 3 different types of malt, and 3 different types of corn that are going into that. How is that affecting our palate by the time we get to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
if you taste them in a different order, they might have ranked differently. Like if you taste them, from one to the next can change how that flavor profile hits you.
Exactly. Like if we completely swap that blind, would it be different? If we had 1 at number 6 and 6 at number 2 and 3 at number 4, how would that change? So it's like, yeah, blinds tell all. That's what everybody says. But now I have this contemplation and I'm like, do blinds really tell all, or do blinds make you blind?
And I understand what you mean, because you can do that same blind 2 days later and your palate wants something. You had like fish for dinner the first time, but you had steak for dinner that second time. And even though you try to rinse your mouth out, you have that flavor palate. It's still stuck there. And you can come with a completely different ranking for all of them, you know? And that's why there's no right or wrong in this. That's why you enjoy what you enjoy. You enjoy the pour the way you like it. You enjoy it neat. You enjoy it with ice. You enjoy it in a cocktail if you want, you know?
However you want to enjoy your whiskey, enjoy it.
Yeah, you're paying for it. Enjoy it.
Exactly. If you bought it, enjoy it.
And you know, and does that mean your pick was a bad pick? No. It's just that day on that palate for the way you drank it.
Yep.
That's the way it landed, you know?
And the next day we both went back to it. Did we find that barbecue note in there? Not at all.
No, not if you're drinking it by itself, that's for sure.
You know, and that's the weird thing. It's like, yeah, blinds are great, but are they the tell-all for what whiskey is better than another? Right now, I don't know.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I like them because you're drinking it and you're blind and you're not, you know, and for that day, that's what's going to hit you, right? And sometimes you'll be surprised. Like today, we're surprised Overholt 10-year was so low on our rankings because we both like that pour.
And that's what Mark just asked. He said, so were you guys surprised where these samples fell? Did you think any of them should have ranked higher? And like you just said, the Old Overholt, I love that bottle, but I think, what did that come in, 6th or 7th place?
Yeah. Shane had me go buy that bottle again because I had gotten it, wasn't excited because it's a rye. Somebody needed it. I gave it away. And then he made me go buy it again. 100%.
Can you take that off of his mouth, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Little shithead.
Dogs. We love them.
He was eating my gimbal.
So, yeah. So 100%. Like we can do this blind tomorrow again and completely different order.
We'll get a different order 100%.
Yep.
I'm not saying that Steve's would come in last, but I don't know if it'd come in first.
Yeah, I mean, my top 3 were pretty close. I had a trouble with the top 3, and like you did, you're talking about it, and your top 3 was pretty hard for you to pick too. So you know that's why we decided. That's why your idea of putting our scores together was a good idea, because if not, we'd be all over the place with that. You know.
Exactly. I mean, Storytime just said the problem is the order and the shared company all have an effect on how your palate processes the whiskey. That's 100% true.
Yeah, and Shane, Shane's doing a big event coming up. He's having an event at his so Storytime Distillery is actually so right now they buy barrels and you know they're bottling them and doing stuff with it. He's eventually going to become a distillery and then go from there. But he's doing a big event coming up, and he's going to have all these people at his house. We're going to do like barrel picks. We're going to do a few different things. He's being sponsored by Brown-Forman. So Brown-Forman is one of the sponsors for him. So lots of fun stuff there. I mean, he's growing pretty quickly, doing a lot of fun stuff, and you know, just the stuff that he does is amazing. He's a great person. You know, it's one of those people that you know you just in this community you learn, you discover, then they become your friend, and he's
Yep.
become my friend. Me and him chat on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
We always, if not a chat, then a text, something.
Yep.
And so I'm actually going with him. I want to say it's in June. For story time, they're doing a pick for Jack Daniels. So he's going to do a bourbon pick and a rye pick.
Oh, that's
so I
cool.
get to go out there and experience that. So
Yeah.
I have not done my first barrel pick. That's going to be coming up. I know you have now, and I have a bottle of that here too. I'm excited. Can't wait to pop that one open. But that's kind of where I'm leading to, so I can learn the experience, learn how it goes, learn what to do, and then hopefully before the end of this year, get my first barrel pick out as well.
Yeah.
So exciting stuff. So
Exciting stuff.
I appreciate you. I thank you for having me on. I know we're on my channel, but I mean, this was supposed to be your night. So it's all you.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you for helping and doing this on your channel, because we couldn't do it on mine for the night.
It's what it is. We're both technically challenged, I should say, right?
We are technically challenged, exactly.
So when it comes to stuff like this, luckily I've done this with this program a few times. I said, worst case scenario, we just go on that one. You agreed.
Yep.
So it's better to get it out and do it than not, so.
Yep. And not only a thanks to you, but a thanks to my Patreons for sending these samples for us to do tonight.
100%. And thank you for including me. That was so nice of them. I joined your Patreon. I'm on there. I see your chats. It's a fun Patreon. It's a fun Discord. And they were nice enough to say, hey, let's include Doc in the next kind of blind. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't done I've done probably 8 or 9 live streams. This is the first one I've done with somebody else. And I don't know if I'm going to do another live stream just solo, because this is a lot of fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. Like my first one, when I hit 1,000 subs, I did it. Shane was on there. I had a few other, few other friends on there, Matt from Whiskey Wisdom and Major Zero. And oh my God, I thought, so when you do these, right, you think the first time you ever do a live, you're thinking, how am I going to talk for an hour and a half? How am I going to keep people watching me for an hour and a half?
Yep.
And you're thinking no, there's no way. I thought I was going to go on for like an hour. I went on till 1 a.m. that first night.
I remember.
It was crazy.
Right here, this bad boy.
Oh yeah. And that's also from Shane. Shane had that, and look at that. Look how much you drank a lot of that down. And that's a hazmat.
This was sent to a lot of the Patreons. I've got 2 more samples down there that I didn't know who were going to, that were still part of that the live stream that we were doing.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 more samples that I got to send out to, I think, Alex and Sam, because I didn't remember who it was for, but this half of this was me.
Yeah,
I had this. I literally had this the other night. It was like
it. And for being a hazmat, it's such a good pour. It's easy to drink, but you have to be careful.
Yes, 100%.
You drink that first one, like, oh, I'm gonna do a second pour, and then the second pour, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling that, and that's because you can drink. You drink on a regular basis. You have a decent tolerance.
Yep.
But man, it can kick your butt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I appreciate all that. So
it's going in a blind with the George C. Stagg soon.
Oh, that's a nice blind.
That's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, that's a nice blind.
It'll be a fun blind. It's gonna be a heavy hitter blind.
Can I jump in on that one?
Of course.
I know what, I have a George C. Stagg behind me that we can do multiple George C. Stagg multiple years plus that in there. Let's do that. And if we talk to Shane has a very, very nice bar. He has a very nice bar. And he has quite a few BTAC behind him when you see his bars, and he might be another one we get in on that one because he's so much fun. So
hey man, I'm down for that to be a live stream. So we'll figure that out in the future.
Oh yeah. So we will talk soon, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you've done.
You too.
Any announcements you need to do before we get off?
Not so much. Check out the channel. Check out Doc. Make sure if you're here, you're not subscribed to either one of us, make sure you do so. He doesn't have a Patreon. I want him to make one. Check out my Patreon. Link is somewhere in the chat down over there. Do you have a store?
No, I actually something I'm gonna talk to you about sometime later. I love your merch. I love the way you get things out, and that's something I did want to talk to you privately on. So we will talk about that.
course.
Shane is asking that we once we get off the live, we stay on and we chat with him for a moment. So you have like a few minutes afterwards.
Yeah, if you want to give me a phone call or if he's here,
What you do is just don't hang up, and we'll get him on here, and so we'll be able to do that in a second here.
yeah, let's
So,
do that.
all right, bud. Cheers to everybody out there. Thank you all for joining us on a Monday night. We know it's a work night. We
Amen.
know that everybody has to work tomorrow, and you're on a different time zone, so you're an hour ahead of me.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I
right
appreciate
now it is 10:22, and everybody. I mean, we doubled in people. At about an hour and a half ago, we were only at 13 people, and we're at 26 right now.
Yeah, great night. So appreciate you. Thank you everybody for joining us on a work night. Thank you for sending us all these great samples to try. It's a great problem to have. I appreciate you guys for doing that with me. So,
Of course.
all right, guys. So we're signing off. Appreciate it. So Nathan, just stay on for a second, and we'll thank you guys. Appreciate you.
There's everybody. Thank you.